How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is time for yet another build. And it's going to involve this. And this. Let me explain. Again, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So glad each and every one of you can make it. I truly am. Now, the reason I have two of these is because I want to do me one, and I'm going to do one for a buddy of mine at work. It's not the exact year of what I need. The only exact year I could find is from a company called Willie, I think. And I've looked online and I can't find any reasonable enough, and this is close enough to where I can get by with it. But with that being stated, what am I going to be building, you may be asking? Well, let's look at this video clip. That's right, the Sanford and Son truck. If you do not know who Sanford and Son is, oh my goodness. It is a television sitcom that played for a long time, featuring the comics of Fred Fox. And it was just a super show. Many great characters on there. But I want to do the truck from that show. The decals that I've had for a while, they're not exact. They're right for this side. But what the person did when he sent them in, he didn't do his investigation to know that the other side was different, because this side has black background, as you've seen from that video clip. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch it again. One side has a black background, the other side does not. But this is the die-cast world. It's not authentic replication, so we're going to roll with it. But I've got decals that have that on there and the tag, and I think that's it. But I'm going to make some bits and pieces to go in the back. From him pulling up, of course, I just have a old M2 wheel laying in there just messed up, or maybe a wheel and tire. I think he has a bed frame in the back of it. I'll have to go back and watch it myself. It's been a minute. But with that being stated, I've got to, change out the wheels, got to prime it, got to paint it, got to make the stuff go in the back. And yeah, just weather it up a little bit. Not like the weathering techniques the guys on there use, but I need to paint it like a flat black.
You big dummy.
As you can see, I've got the wheels painted up to match the body. But there's something we got to discuss about these wheels. These are, and as you can see, they match the body perfectly. There's something we got to discuss about these wheels. If you know anything about Hot Wheels at all, Hot Wheels are free spinning, right? You can hold the axle and you can spin the wheel and it'll just spin away. Okay? These wheels, at least on this truck, because whenever I do multiples, I tend to do them a little different. This one I'm going to use M2 because the real Sanford and Son truck has these narrow tires and wheels on them. So what I'm going to do is use these on this truck. Well, if these don't spin, as you can see, these do not spin. It has to have a larger hole in it. So what I plan to do is find the size drill bit for this axle, and I'm going to drill right through there. Because if I just put this in here like it is, let me show you. Well, I need to put it on this side so you can see it. Duh. If I put that in there like that, put the interior back on it and hold it down, you can see it raises the interior up because it's not notched for that axle. And the second thing is, it won't spin. It is very, very tight. So I need to enlarge this area for that axle to go through the front and the rear. So let's find a drill bit that's pretty close. It can be a little larger, it doesn't matter, but you want it close. Everything seems to be in the way, doesn't it? Isn't that always the way it goes when you're working on something? Alright, let me back you back out so you can see a little better. Like I said, we're just going to hold this down. We're going to try to keep the drill bit in the very bottom of it, and we're going to run this bit through. Alright, let's see how that does. Goes right through, and she's free spinning. Look at that. And I'm pushing down on the back. So now what we're going to do is do that to the front too. Now I'm going to show you an alternative method, okay? You can do the same thing, running the drill bit through without the interior in it. And that way you can see what you're doing. As you can see, you'll be reusing your tabs to hold the axles. So once you get that done, you still have the interior to do, okay? You can see the back is done on this, but I have not done the front yet. So all you got to do is take a file. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Take a file, lay it down on a flat surface, and this is just a flat file. Keep it to where it works on both sides. It's hitting both sides at the same time. And just run that down in there. You can see. Now let's see if it fits. See, that's the back. And if you're doing it this method, you just do it and trial and error and get it to where it works. As you can see, the gap's gone and the wheel is free spinning. So that's exactly what you look for. Now we got to cut these bad boys to length because you can see that's way too wide. Let me get all this cleaned up. We'll take it outside and cut it. So I'm proud of the way the paint job turned out. Looks really good. It's not quite as red as I wanted it, even though it says flat red. And it has a sheen to it, even though that's matte colored paint. And to me, it just looks, if you stick the grill in here, it's just a bit too clean, if that makes sense. So I need to dirty it up a little bit. I don't have weathering powders or anything like that, but I did go through some of the wife's old makeup. And there's some foundation. Got a little brush to apply it with. So that's what we're going to be using. But rather than going hog wild, I'm going to do the bed of the truck first. Let me put something down just in case I happen to spill something or this powder goes everywhere. You can see I've already got the wheels done and everything. So I just want to tone it down a little bit. If that makes any kind of sense. As you can see, it's too clean. So we're just going to dust it up, see what happens. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Look at that compared to the other one. Oh yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Now let's see how it does on the truck. All this work. Oh yeah, that looks great. $1.25 treat to the rescue again. That one compared to that one. So I'm going to finish weathering this up, and still got a few more things to do to it because it needs a license plate on the back and a license plate on the front. But you'll see that in the reveal video because the truck has to be assembled for me to install those.